Over here today, I'm doing the Eureka Math Grade 4 Module 5 Lesson 13 homework. So let's get started. Number 1, place the following fractions on the number line given. Alright, so the number line, we see it's split. So here it's 1, 1 and 1/2, and 2. So first A, we have 3 halves. So we notice that this is an improper fraction since the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So the first step we should do is simplify this. So the denominator is 2, which means 2 halves. When the numerator and the fraction are the same number, then the fraction is a whole. So 2 halves, 3 halves minus 2 halves is 1/2. So we can split it up to a whole plus the remaining, which simplifies. So 2 halves is 1 plus 1/2, so that's 1 and 1/2. And 1 and 1/2 is right here. So really 1 and 1/2 is also 3 halves. Now B, 9/5. Denominator is 5, so we have 5/5 is our whole, plus 9 minus 5 is 4. So 4/5, which that's 1 and 4/5. And 1 and 4/5, we notice that's almost 2. But notice how it's split between 1 and 2. So if we pretend like we split this into fifths, I think 1 and 4/5 would be right around here. And this is 1 and 1/2, and also 1 and 2/4. So kind of like 9/5 is right over here. And C, 14/10. Denominator is 4. So that's 10/10. Plus 14 minus 10 is 4. So plus 4/10, which is 1 and 4/10. Alright, so 1 and 4/10 would be right. So that's, notice how 4/10 is a little less than 1/2. So it would be right around here. 14/10. Alright, now over here. Number 2, use a number line in problem 1 and compare the fractions by writing greater than, less than, or equal to on the lines. So 1 and 1/6 and 1 and 4/12. Don't know where they got those fractions, but 1 and 4/12, we look at the denominator for these two fractions. 6 and 12, we realize that 6 can go into 12. So if you simplify 4/12, 4 and 12 divided by 2, you get 2/6. So we know this side is bigger. But if we want to use the number line, we know 1 and 1/6. Okay, so if 1 and 4/5 is over here, and 1 and 1/2 is here, 1 and 1/6 is less than 1 and 1/2. So 1 and 1/6 would be like somewhere over here, and 1 and 4/12 is closer to 1/2, so it would be somewhere here. So 1 and 4/12 is greater. And B, 1 and 1/2 and 1 and 4/5. 1 and 4/5 is also 9/5, and 9/5 is greater than 1 and 1/2. Alright, now number 3. Place the following fractions on the number line. Okay, so 12/9. So notice how we have tick marks in between 2. So now this number line is kind of split into fourths. So here's 1. This is 1 and 1/4, and 1 and 2/4, which is also 1 and 1/2, and 1 and 3/4 is right here. So we have 12/9. Remember to write it as a whole first. That's 9/9, and plus the 3/9 to make 12. So this is 1 and 3/9. And also, if it's not quite simplified yet, 1 and 3/9, if you divide both sides by 3, can become 1 and 1/3. So 1 and 1/3, well, we know that fractions, if they have the same numerator, we look at the denominator. and the denominator that's smaller wins. 3 is smaller than 4, which means 1 1/3 is greater than 1 1/4. So it will be on this side. But it's greater than 2, so it'd be right about the middle. 1 1/3. Right, 12/9. Alright, B, 6/5. So right as a whole, it's 5/5 plus that 1/5. So this is 1 1/5. 1 1/5 is less than 1 1/4 because 5 is greater. So 1 1/5 would be right here. 6/5. And now C, 18/15 right as a whole plus 3/15. So that's 1 3/15, which if we divide both sides by 3, you get 1 1/5. So 6/5 is also 18 15ths. Now number 4, use the number line in problem 3 to explain the reasoning you use when you determine whether 12/9 or 18/15 was greater. So 12/9 is, where's 12/9? Right here. And 18/15 is right here. So what we did was simplify. So I simplified the mixed numbers to 1 1/5. Oh no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about 12/9. To 1 1/3 and 18/15 and 1 1/5. So since 1 1/3 is greater than 1 1/5, 12/9 is greater than 18/15. Alright, next page. So number 5, compare the fractions given below by writing greater than or less than on lines. Give a brief explanation for each answer referring to benchmarks. Okay, so let's see. A, 2/5 and 6/8. So let's see, 2/5. We look at this here, we see that 2/5 is less than 1/2 because 2 plus 2 is 4, which is less than 5. And 6/8 is greater than 1/2 because 6 plus 6 is greater than 8. So that means 6/8 is greater. Because 6/8 is more than 1/2. Alright, now B, 6/10 and 5/6. So 6/10 and 5/6, we see that 6/10 is, it has like a bigger denominator. So 6/10 and 5/6, but then 6/10. So 6/10 is farther away from 1 than 5/6 is, because 5/6 only needs one more 6 to get to 1. So therefore 5/6 is greater. Because 5/6 is 1/6 away from a whole. Now C, 6/4 and 7/8. So this is pretty easy because 6/4, the numerator is greater than the denominator, which means it's greater than the whole. And 7/8, the numerator is not greater. So 6/4 is greater than 7/8. Because it's greater than 1. And now D, 1/4 and 8/12. 8/12 is greater than 1/2, while 1/4 is less than. 1/4 is less than 1/2, but 8/12 is greater than 1/2. So 12 is greater than 1/4 because it's more than 1/2. Alright. Now number E, 14/12 and 11/6. So 14/12 is equal to 1 and 2/12. But 11/6 is closer to 2 because 6 plus 6 is 12, which is already close to 11. So 11 is 1/6 away from 2. Is greater because it's closer to 2. Now F 8/9 and 3/2, we can tell it's 3/2 because it's the numerator is greater than the denominator. Is greater than 8/9. Because it's more than 1. Alright, G, 7/8 and 11/10. 11/10 is greater, so 11/10 is greater. That's because it's more than 1. Now H, 3/4 and 4/3. Again, 4/3 is greater than 3/4 because it's greater than 1, and that's because the numerator is greater than the denominator. I, 3/8 and 3/2. Alright, numerator is the same, but we can tell this one's greater than 1, and also the denominator is bigger than the numerator for 3/8. 3/8 because 3/2 is more than 1. And 9/6 and 16/12. Okay, so both are greater than 1, but 9/6, notice how 6 times 2 is 12. If you multiply 9/6 by 2, you get 18/12. So 9/6 is greater. But it's also 9/6 is closer. Wait, actually, hold on. Yeah, I think it's closer to 2. Because because closer to 2. So yeah. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helps. And please don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps on my channel. See you guys next time. Bye!